Man, a very good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
I can scarcely believe what's going on, Anne. You must be looking, as a Tory, as a Conservative, as a former minister, absolutely aghast at what they're doing to themselves.
Well, I am totally aghast. First of all, I'm aghast because there is now nobody offering a truly Conservative agenda. Now, whatever the faults may have been, and they were pretty mammoth in the presentation of that mini-budget, the philosophy behind it, low tax, low spend, was right. There's now no party offering that. We've got a choice between a party that's pale pink and a party that's deep red. And there is no Conservative party left. Nobody who's offering a genuinely Conservative agenda.
And how is it possible, by the way, that a woman gets elected, Ms Truss, by the majority of the party, because that's the way the rules work, and then because of the fact that she got elected due to her fiscal plan and her fiscal policy, which was to raise growth and to drop taxes, that's all now been reversed, and they now want Jeremy Hunt in charge, or they now want somebody else like Rishi Sunak in charge, when that wasn't the way the party voted.
No, and of course the crucial thing here is that it was the members who voted for a Conservative agenda, who voted for lower tax, try and attract investment into the country, go for growth. That was what the Tory membership voted for. And now the Parliamentary Party is mutinying against that. And, you know, if you call them lemmings, frankly, that's an insult to rodents, to the intelligence of rodents. I mean, what these people are doing is guaranteeing losing the next election because they cannot keep their nerve. As soon as the press and media go into overdrive about something, the Parliamentary Party puts its hands up and says, oh, we must play their game, we must play their game, we must go into reverse. For heaven's sake, keep your nerves, idiots.
Exactly, because whatever the sort of the slings of outrageous fortune from the media or from inside the Tory party or even from the opposition, you know, if you believe in something, surely you stick with it. But, I mean, people said before she was elected that Liz Truss's strength was that she was adaptable, that she could change her mind. Well, we didn't expect her to change her mind every couple of hours.
Well, let's face it, she hasn't changed her mind. She's been forced into a change by... as I say, a parliamentary party that has no idea how to keep its nerve. I mean, it is ungovernable. The Conservative Parliamentary Party is ungovernable. And I cannot see how they are going to win a general election when this is their reaction every time something goes badly wrong. And the fact is, between now and the next general election, no matter who is leading them, something's going to go badly wrong, because it always does.
Yeah, but I mean, the worrying thing for Conservative voters, surely, Anne, is that not only will they destroy their own legacy, but they will destroy the Conservative Party completely. I mean, there are people now calling this station, this TV station and radio station every single day saying, we've always voted Conservative, we're never going to vote for them again.
Well, I feel very much in the same position. I do not know what I'm going to do at the next general election. I'm certainly not going to vote Labour, forget that, and I'm not going to vote Liberal. But I don't know what I'm going to do because, as I said right at the start of this interview, there is now no Conservative agenda on offer. We've just got a paler version of the Labour agenda. And that makes it very difficult indeed to know what to do. But what I do recognise, and what you cannot get the Parliamentary Party, or indeed the press and media to recognise, is that whatever may be prevailing today is not necessarily going to be prevailing in 1 or 2 years' time. Things change, other things become important, agendas move on. And if only they could keep their nerve when something's going badly, the agenda will move on and there'll be different issues. And it may be that come the next general election, we've all got a good reason to vote Conservative. I don't see it at the moment.
No. And what sort of a bizarre arrangement currently is now in place in Downing Street, where you've got Jeremy Hunt, who didn't vote for Liz Truss. You've got Liz Truss, who doesn't really like Jeremy Hunt. Supposedly, they haven't said they're in lockstep. Let's hope they don't use that word again. Nobody really knows who's running the country. He's making a statement at 11 o'clock. Is she going to be there with him? Probably not. We don't really know.
Well, ask yourself this question. If Jeremy Hunt wanted to do something with the economy at the moment and the Prime Minister opposed him, who would win? The answer is Jeremy Hunt.
Yeah.
So that's your answer to who's running the country.
Right. So what would have been the process by which she decided to bring him in? I mean, seemingly she's got only bad ideas. Every single time she has an idea, it seems to be the wrong one.
Well, I don't think she wanted to get rid of Kwasi Kwarteng. I think she threw him overboard because she saw it as the only way of staying in the boat herself. I don't think she really wanted to get rid of him. I can't believe she ever wanted to have Jeremy Hunt. And I think what she was doing was asking herself the question, who will be acceptable to the party as a whole, by which, of course, she means the Conservative Parliamentary Party.
Yes, but Jeremy Hunt in the Conservative Parliamentary Party and in the party in general is not particularly popular. You know, I mean, when he stood against Boris Johnson for the leadership, he barely scored about 4 votes, I think. I mean, this is not a popular guy. He doesn't have a great track record. He's universally renowned as having screwed up the NHS when he was in charge of it as Secretary of State for Health. I mean, where does he get to be given this kind of rather fake identity as a success?
Well, first of all, I don't say too much in Jeremy's favour, but I will say in his favour, I don't think he screwed up with the NHS. Anybody who takes on the NHS is always going to run into huge difficulties. Ken Clarke did back in the 80s, but he stuck at it and his agenda prevailed. And I think that is the lesson, you have to stick at things. But to go back to your essential question, which is, well, Jeremy Hunt isn't popular in the Parliamentary Party. No, that's quite true. But it is also true that they are looking for somebody who's got some sort of record in government that could possibly appeal to both sides, maybe because he isn't liked by either side.
No.
Look at that conundrum, it's quite possible.
Well, that's possible. But, I mean, where do they go from here, Anne? I mean, people are now speculating as to whether Liz Truss can actually last out the week. I'm not sure she can. I don't think they want to call a general election. But almost anything is now possible because there's now a plot against the plotters who are plotting to remove Liz Truss. There's another plot going somewhere else over there about trying to stop Jeremy Hunt from becoming the Prime Minister. I mean, there's plots everywhere you look.
Yeah, and you've got to ask yourself this question. Just suppose Liz Truss does go this week. I hope she doesn't. I mean, I hope, that the party recovers its nerve, but that's not likely. But suppose Liz Truss goes this week, then you've got to ask yourself, another Prime Minister comes in. When things start going wrong for that Prime Minister, what do? Do they immediately throw him or her overboard and start again? They've got to get out of the habit of believing that the way you resolve a problem is to defenestrate the leadership. And until they've got that into their heads, and the quality of MP at the moment is just appalling. We need older, wiser, steadier hands on the tiller.
Exactly right. 0344 499 1000 is the number. We're talking to Anne Widdecombe, scarcely believing, like me, what is actually happening inside of Downing Street and at the heart of government.